welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today I am looking at 1-star reviews of my favourite books. So I'm heading on to Goodreads using my phone and we're going to look through at these comments that people have made about books that I thought were fantastic. And will I get triggered? Probably yes, but that's just the fun in it. So without further ado, I've got my matcha ready and then I will just set up Goodreads. So these are the 6 books that I'm going to be looking through the comments of. We have got Play Along by Liz Tom Ford, the first Hunger Games book by Suzanne Collins, The Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger, and then we've got Caraval by Stephanie Garber and Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. So these books are all extremely dear to my heart, so let's see what the public think. And obviously I do understand that everyone is entitled to their own opinion and mine could be completely different to someone else's. So this is just for a bit of fun. I'm not actually really taking offence. Well, we'll see between what people say. But let's load up Play Along and see what the reviews are like. Average rating 4.48. What a slay book. Oh, one of my favourites of all time, I swear to God, and that just goes to show it. Okay, let's go to reviews. We will go to 1 star. No, I'm already triggered. So it's basically the second book in a row where the author writes a complete bitch. Seriously, I am so sick of authors writing these horrible heroines who are so self-absorbed and treat kind heroes like complete crap. I'm sorry, but when in this book did Kennedy treat Isaiah like crap? Yes, she was reserved at some points and kind of standoffish, but that's because of her past. She didn't go out of her way to make him feel like rubbish. Not sure what happened to this author in between Right Move and Caught Up, but her writing is taking a nosedive of quality and story growth. Alright. People are hating on my girl Candy and I'm not going to stand for it because I will vouch for her till the day that I die. Someone said wellness check on everyone that rates this above 1 star. Worst book in the series by far. Well, actually, from my opinion, it's the best. Sometimes Right Move is the best, but Play Along is something that I utterly adored. People are really hating on Kennedy. Oh my grandparents who hate each other have more chemistry than the main characters. Well, I must have been reading a different book because it just did not come across like that. Okay, so this one says, I really struggle with books that normalise women being taken advantage of in the workplace, especially when they don't stand up for themselves. What is Kennedy supposed to do in the situation? If you don't know, she is a doctor and she is now working as like a sports athletic therapist for this baseball team. So obviously she's overqualified for the job, but because of her manager, he doesn't really think that a woman can do what he does. He puts her into that role and basically just plays it down and doesn't really tell anyone what her real education is like. So why are you saying that she hasn't tried to stand up for herself? It's your job on the line, like what are you supposed to do? If you haven't experienced it, don't talk about it because that really bugs me. Like I really liked that issue was written about and how her knowledge was overlooked because she was a woman. That's the tea, that is the tea. I think I'm going to leave Play Along there because I'm really starting to get triggered by it and all of you's reviews. Okay, we'll move on to Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins now, and I just feel like this one could be slightly nicer, surely. Like, it's well loved, it's basically a classic at this point, but you never know. Some people are really hard to please. Okay, so this has a lower average rating than Play Along. This one is 4.34. It's got over 9 million ratings though, wow. And I will say I'm reading out the 1 stars of these books, but there's so many more 5 stars than there is 1, so definitely pick these up because there's a reason that I'm fighting their corner. People write such long reviews as well. Like, bro, it's not that deep. I'm trying to find short ones because I can't read it all. Okay, so Kelly, she wrote, I know people love this book, but I hated it. I couldn't even get past the first few chapters. I found it trite, slow-moving, predictable, not written that well, and completely unrealistic. My love, it is not supposed to be realistic. Does the Hunger Games happen in our world? No, it does not. So it's called fiction for a reason. I didn't like any of the characters. The heroine is judgmental and self-righteous. Now, I will say I don't particularly love Katniss Everdeen. I do get triggered by her. She can be annoying, and that's all I'm going to say on the matter. But the story I love. I usually just don't like those kind of heroine kind of characters that have the world on their shoulders. I don't really sway towards loving them. Not liking the heroine, I'm going to give you credit for that one. But the rest of it, you're entitled to your opinion, but your opinion's wrong, babe. Some have ambiguously praised the world building here, but I found the setting and setting development respectively to be weak and weakly accomplished. God, this person has done a whole essay on the districts. Considering you didn't like the world building very much, you seem to know a lot about it. That's what I'll say on the matter. I absolutely loved the way that Suzanne Collins built the world and the characters and set up the story of Hunger Games. I think we got straight into it. There wasn't too much kind of boring world building at the start. It was almost explained as our character kind of went through the process of entering the Hunger Games, and it was just captivating. So I've said my piece. I don't know what else to say. Let's look for one more for Hunger Games. Okay, this one is a little bit silly. Just the fact that this book has such a huge cult-like following among young people makes me fear for the future of our society. The writing may be engaging, but the whole premise is evil. The violence, despicable, and it should never have been geared towards younger readers, in my opinion. It is fiction! Like, do you think someone's gonna read this at 12 years old and think, yeah, I'm gonna create my own Hunger Games? It's like an underlying message of like governments being corrupt, and it's something that people need to learn, I think. Like, it's not swaying people to have a certain opinion about a certain like religion or political standing. Like, just please drop it and leave the fiction in the books, please. Okay, let's move on now because I'm done with that. Let's have a look at some of the reviews for Keeper of the Lost Cities. Now, this is a YA fantasy that I've recently started the series of. I am currently about to start book 4. I'm loving it. I'm obsessed with it. And I will say it is catered towards, say, like a younger audience. However, I'm 25 and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Okay, average rating 4.4. Not as many ratings on here. It's 96,000. So this is why I've been trying to hype it up, because I want to see more people reading it so I can see if I'm crazy or if it's actually good. Okay, I know so many people who love this book, and while they're definitely entitled to their opinion, I don't know why anyone would enjoy this. The magic system is ridiculous. The main character is a complete Mary Sue. I'm not sure what that means. The writing is average at best, and it's overall really boring. The only character I liked was Keith, Slay Keith. He is my favourite character, so thank you for saying that. But I didn't like him enough to want to continue reading this 9-book-long series. That is too many books. I don't get how good the series is. 9 is too many. No, if you obviously haven't found a series that you absolutely love, because once you are in that world that you adore, it's 5-star feeling, you do not want to leave it. I just don't agree with this at all. To me, the magic system is not ridiculous. It's so fun and engaging, and I love seeing the characters go to this magical school. They attend lessons. It's very similar in a way to Harry Potter, like the Hogwarts element and things. This is in like the elf realm, and oh, it's so good. I don't know what they mean by the character is a Mary Sue, so I'm gonna just pretend that you just said that she is the best thing to ever exist. Yeah, writing really boring? No, definitely not. Kept me so captivated, and I've recently been in a reading slump, like on and off, and these are the only books that can get me out of it and get me excited to read again. Okay, but literally every sentence was a plot hole, and it read like a Wattpad fanfic. Sophie was an idiot, and what the actual frick. I read approximately like 5 chapters, forcing myself to read more. Forcing myself to read more would have been a hate crime. I mean, 5 chapters is not very much, and I feel like I've not liked books sometimes up until like a 50% mark, so maybe you should have carried on. Oh, they've got an edit. Finish it today. This is literally the worst piece of book and something. Kind of fact confirmed that I was in pain. So dramatic. People are so rude in their reviews. I think people forget that this is someone's work, this is someone's like piece of art they've created. I will be reading book 2. So you're going to be reading it? and you hated the first one, so they're going to leave another bad review. I will be reading book 2 for a couple of reasons. 1, Keith is funny, yes. Dex is funny, yes. And 3, I actually like Biana. I wish this book focused more on friendship. And 4, Edeline and Grady are life. Sophie is pain though. See, I don't really get triggered by Sophie, to be honest, but all of these points are very, very accurate. And it sounds like this person liked the book. They like 4 things about it, but they were also in pain reading it. Like, make it make sense. And now it's time to head on to Stephanie Garber's Caraval. So I read this whole trilogy. It is, I think it's my favourite fantasy series ever. And do I say that a lot? Probably. But I do wish that I could go back and read this again for the first time, because it's utterly beautiful. It makes me, gonna make me emotional thinking about it. No, it's fine. I could take major offence to some of these reviews. Oh, an average rating of 3.97, that's the lowest so far. I'm scared. So this person goes, this is my first 1-star rating of the year. Even though I finished this book within a day, I feel so meh about it. I don't even know how to review it. Whilst reading, I tried to think of one aspect of this book that made it appealing for me. And now that I've finished it, I can't think of a single one other than, I got paper cut. Other than the cover. Now I just feel numb, devoid of any feelings and emotion to the point it's causing me discomfort. Are you okay? I think you should go and get some help because it doesn't really sound too good. 1, don't know how you could not find anything good about this. The magical world is so compelling. It fully takes you out of your own world and into the world of Caraval. I'm obsessed. But yeah, go and seek medical advice because I'm a bit worried about you, to be honest. I generally hated every single character. What's the point of this book? What is this ending? What is this writing? What is going on? I was so bored, I got a headache. You obviously didn't understand it then, did you? You didn't read it properly. I think you should try again. These characters are some of the same characters that I think about every single day. They pop into my mind like Julian and Legend. The idea of even finding out who Legend is, like, is that not appealing to some people? I was fully obsessed with trying to figure out who he was. I was guessing. And the love between our 2 main sisters, oh my word, I'm just still going to recommend it. I do see actually people saying they don't like it, so maybe I'm an anomaly. I'm an anomaly and maybe I'm the only one that loves this, but comment if you do like this, if you've read it, because I need people backing up my corner and protecting my peace right now. Let's go on to Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh now. So this is part of the Boys of Tommen series, if you don't know. So this is the 4th book and follows our main character Shannon. It's her brother Joey and his girlfriend Aoife who are in this book, and they make the whole series for me. Like, I thought I was a Johnny and Shannon girly, but no, I am a Joey and Aoife girly 100%. I feel like this could definitely have a lot of hate, to be honest. This person is gone. I finished it a while ago and forgot to add, but Chloe really fell off here. Now, I don't know, is it just like a book talk universal experience that we love these books? I eat every single one up. They're like 900 pages and she did not fall off. If only it just got better and better. I do think because I adore the characters, maybe I overlook like cringy writing now and again, and I will say, yeah, like, I'll admit that sometimes it's cringe, but it was just so enjoyable for me and I just loved every second of it, even though it's so heartbreaking. Try not to read like any spoilers out there. A lot of these have these. DNF. I tried to get through this, I really tried, but it was bad. It can be summed up in 3 words: repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. I can see where this person is coming from. Like, it's almost more of a character development kind of series rather than plot. So you don't know, we're following a family that has come from like a very abusive household, and it's them navigating their way through their teens and figuring out how they're going to get out of this situation and how things are going to get better. And Our main character Joey, trigger warning for this book is he really does struggle with drug abuse. He is an addict, so I feel like the repetitive kind of feel to the book really puts across his message that he's struggling and he'll get better and then he'll relapse and get worse. Like, that is what we're going on with his journey, and I do think it is repetitive, but in like the best way possible, because we truly get to see all the moments where he's grown and the moments where he falls off the ladder as well, and I think that's just what makes it so good. Okay, let's find one more good one. Badly paced, overly repetitive and way too long. I really tried to like it, but apart from all the cringy moments I've said already, I agree a little bit. If I have to read the word queen one more time, I swear, it just didn't make me feel the way Binding and Keeping did. Okay, so the way they've put it's way too long. I just think these books could have been so much longer, and I wish they were in some ways, because once I get in the world, I'm like, I don't want it to end, I want to stay here, I want to be in my safe space. And the Queen, yeah, the Queen, I kind of agree. It was said a lot. Aoife really likes to say it, and then like Joey, she is his queen. So are we going to argue with like two kids that are so in love? I don't think we can. I felt like that wasn't too bad. I haven't been majorly triggered. I feel like it was worth it, like, play along, because that book really has my absolute heart. I hope you have enjoyed me going through the 1-star reviews of some of my favourite reads. It was actually really fun. I do like seeing it, and I just like having a laugh about it. I'm not actually getting angry. They're just books at the end of the day, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and comment if you agree with any of the comments that I've read out in this post, because I'm intrigued. Am I the only one that loves these books? Because they are my whole existence. But don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next one.